This hyena had no idea it would face such brutal resistance when it attacked this donkey. The herbivore grabbed its opponent by the neck and started dragging it around like a rag doll to teach it a painful lesson. It would have been better if this hyena hadn't messed with this donkey. In today's video, we're going to show several similar cases of animals that decided to attack donkeys and ended up regretting it badly. Number 10. The donkey isn't intimidated at all by the numerical advantage of its enemies. In this footage, two pretty big dogs tried to intimidate the herbivore, but it wasn't scared and charged straight at him, grabbing one of its opponents by the hind leg, clamping down with its powerful jaws, and throwing it to the ground. After that, it even trampled over one of the dogs. The donkey could have done a lot more damage to its opponents. That's a lesson for those two dogs, one they'll remember for the rest of their lives. Number 9. This fox was out of luck that day. The donkey thought the victim was a threat and attacked the animal at lightning speed. The herbivore's jaws could easily fit the entire neck of the fox. The donkey is much bigger and more powerful than the fox, and it's well known that the small carnivore isn't a threat to him. But the herbivore wants to make sure he won't be attacked by the smaller animal and lands several blows on the victim. After a few hard tugs and shakes, the fox's neck vertebrae are broken and the animal ends up losing its life. Number 8. This venomous snake really shouldn't have gotten so close to the donkey. The herbivore got scared and decided to attack. Of course, the snake's toxin could have stopped this donkey's heart. But for that to happen, the reptile would have needed to bite him, which didn't happen. The donkey clamps down on the snake with its powerful jaws, breaks the snake's spine, crushes its internal organs, and gets rid of the reptile in just a few seconds. Admit it, you didn't expect such a common animal like donkeys to be true fierce fighters. Number 7. A donkey's bite is so strong that it can literally crush anything that ends up in its mouth, which in this case was the hyena's neck. This herbivore has an excellent reaction time and is very determined in everything it does. It attacks its opponent brutally, grabbing onto their most vulnerable spots so the predator can't escape. Watch how cruelly this donkey drags the hyena, which tries to bite its opponent but can't manage to. When the herbivore grabs the hyena by the neck, it has no way to reach its enemy with its mouth, and trying to break free only makes the victim feel even more discomfort. Surely that hyena will never try to mess with this animal again. Number 6. In this footage, the donkey tries to hurt its opponent as much as possible, and the neck is the perfect area to attack since it's very hard for the victim to get away. The rest of the hyena's body, where the donkey can land its bite, is also dangerous because the herbivore can cut or crush major blood vessels, break bones, and damage the hyena's spine. In some cases, the size difference is so great that the donkey manages to lift the hyena off the ground, leaving the predator's front legs hanging in the air, so the hyena has no support to fight back. A strong pull up or down, and the donkey simply crushes the predator's neck. Number 5. The donkey can also bite while moving, and he knows exactly where to strike to cause the most damage. For example, he targets areas like the groin, stomach, or the victim's hind legs, aiming to break them with his own teeth. Do you think the donkey attacks a hyena's back by accident? Of course not. If this herbivore manages to get a good grip on that area, clamping down with its jaws and pulling hard, it can simply snap the hyena's spine, and the donkey could permanently disable the victim's hind legs, paralyzing it or causing even more tragic consequences. Hyenas may have frequently clashed with lions and managed to survive, but a fight with an enraged donkey can be significantly more challenging. Number 4. In fact, donkeys are actually quite patient animals. They are stubborn and can be pretty fierce in a fight, but they don't get angry or nervous easily. On the contrary, when this domestic dog barks at the donkey, the herbivore doesn't react aggressively for long. As for the dog, its behavior is understandable since they don't like anyone coming near them while they're eating. However, the dog clearly went too far when it tried to bite the donkey's snout several times. The herbivore's patience ran out, and then it turned around and kicked the dog in the head. The dog ran off after taking 2 hits. Number 3, in this video, the dog wants to be with the donkeys but behaves in a very intrusive way. The Labrador's bold behavior irritates the herbivores and shows what the dog hasn't realized yet. You shouldn't mess with these creatures. The dog runs toward them, and when the donkeys get angry and want to teach him a lesson, the Labrador quickly runs away. To the dog, it's all just a game, and underestimating these herbivores was his big mistake. The donkeys turned their backs, and the dog thought it would be a good opportunity to annoy them a little more. But it was actually a trap. The herbivore waited for the dog to get closer, then kicked him right on the snout. This kick took the dog by surprise and discouraged him from continuing his game with these rough creatures. Number 2. One of the most intense fights involving a donkey is this one against a snow leopard, a very dangerous predator. This snow leopard attacks the donkey at an incredible speed and grabs it with its long fangs, squeezing the victim's neck. For a moment, the donkey just walks around to see if the snow leopard will get tired and let go. Soon after, it tries to trample the predator's body, but the snow leopard is very tough. Little by little, the donkey starts running out of oxygen and collapses to the ground. But do you think it's over? Of course not. The snow leopard has no idea who it's messing with. The donkey simply takes a break to rest. Once recovered, the herbivore gets up off the ground and manages to break free from the snow leopard. The donkey even landed a blow to the predator's head, making it run away. Number 1. In this footage, a pack of wolves chases a lone donkey and surrounds it. The predators know that attacking an opponent like this is very difficult, since donkeys are very strong and muscular animals. But one of the wolves lunges and goes for the victim's throat. The donkey tries to hold its ground but ends up falling, and the wolves quickly surround it. The predator that landed the blow keeps squeezing the donkey's neck to strangle its prey. The herbivore seems to have no chance of surviving this attack. The wolf finally lets go of the donkey's neck. Apparently, it was sure it had already done enough damage to the victim. The predators celebrate their victory and the prey seems defenseless, but that's not quite the case. The donkey starts breathing harder and harder. It's not panicking, it's regaining its strength. With its inherent stubbornness, the herbivore manages to stand up and escape from the wolves. In the end, the predators gave up on the attack and went off in search of easier prey. Would you have the courage to take on a donkey? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more amazing content about the animal world, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time, folks.